Welcome to another edition of You and Me and Multiple Sclerosis. My name is Pam, and I've been living with multiple sclerosis for 37 years. And today I want to say happy anniversary to me in a way, because this is the 50th episode of You and Me and Multiple Sclerosis. And I'm going to mark it with a special guest. My friend Mona and I are going to have a conversation about the new addition that she is having added to her house this spring. I've known Mona for a number of years now. She and I both have secondary progressive MS. We've each lived with it for about the same amount of time, actually, even though she's a few years younger than me. We've always had a special bond, and so I'm delighted that I get a chance to talk with her and share her plans. So let's go ahead and get started on that conversation, because it's a really interesting one and I think you'll enjoy it. Well, hey, Mona. Good to see you.
Hey, Pam.
Good to see you. And I am really excited about this new project that you are going to be doing. So my first question, though, for you is, you guys have lived in that house for years. What happened? Why now have you decided you want to make a change?
Good question. I took a nosedive. My MS got worse. Before I knew it, I was having trouble doing small things, even standing. I can't stand anymore. It just gave out.
Weren't the stairs a big problem?
Well, yes and no. Let's look at it this way. Stairs provide me with exercise. I don't really like it that way, but I do walk up and I walk down once a day.
Yeah.
Only once a day.
So you still sleep up there?
I do.
Yeah.
And I just announced to everybody that I'm going to sleep up there tonight.
Okay.
Even though David's not here, nobody's in the house, but my bed is upstairs and that's where I go.
So even now, when you're alone in the house, you're going to do that?
Because I feel pretty confident, believe it or not.
Yeah, well, you told me you go slow, right?
Yeah.
You don't carry things or...
No, not going to make that mistake.
Yeah.
But, unfortunately, and fortunately, I have this situation called spasticity. Keeps my legs from not bending and being really, really stiff.
Right.
But believe it or not, that's a plus. That gets
even going up and down the stairs?
Yes.
Really?
And I mean, it helps me climb 11 steps with no issue.
Okay.
And when I get to the top, I have to think about what I'm doing. I make sure I grab the right things, I turn the right way, and then I get upstairs.
Okay.
That is the danger point, but I'm pretty sure I have it down.
Right. Well, you had a couple of falls, though, and thankfully...
Well, yeah, in the past.
It was a learning process, but
Yes.
You didn't hurt yourself.
No,
so.
and also the stairs are carpeted, which helps.
Right. Yep, that made a big difference. So you have the stairs issue, but you also have the issue of the bathroom.
What exactly?
Well, you said, first of all, it's kind of small and awkward.
Yeah, but once again, I have my way of getting inside and negotiating how to use it. And I just go in and I get out, and I've been able to master that.
Okay, but obviously that's not going to be sufficient because you want to do something different. So tell me about this addition that you guys are planning.
The addition is going to be glorious if it even begins, which is hard to tell on a day like today with snowfall, many inches.
Yeah.
But the addition, the line I like is it's not big, but it's smart. Meaning the two rooms, my room, the bathroom, and then David is adding on a little more to the pantry, but that doesn't affect me. But the bedroom is going to be small, not very large, 12 or 10 by about that much. Again, I think 10 by
That's bigger
10.
than my room, actually. That's bigger than the room we have. But
Really?
you need a little room for turning around with the
I
chair.
do. I do.
But
I
you're
do.
expecting what? You're just mainly going to sleep in there, or do you have plans?
Basically, it's going to be my retreat, sleep in there, and I might have my computer or just a
Right.
screen that I can use with a fire
Right.
stick or something.
Yep, that's what I was thinking. That'd be something that would be good. And then it will have a little bathroom there too, right?
Yes, and there's going to be like an entryway with no doors that I can go from the bedroom directly into the bathroom,
Right.
which is going to consist of a walk-in shower,
Nice.
walk-in shower and a vanity that goes off of that. It's rather large. It seems large. I haven't seen it.
Yeah.
And it's got a sink that I can roll under, and it's a nice looking sink. It looks like a mini farmhouse sink.
Okay.
And deep enough that I can wash my hair.
Right.
Or my hands or whatever.
Is it going to be put at the level like more for your wheelchair size?
Yeah. And just to the right of that will probably be the toilet with, I can't believe I'm seeing this bar in the front, in the back of the side to accommodate every need I might have.
Yeah, that's good.
Yeah. So I can go right from the toilet to the vanity to the sink right there. And the other part will have like a mirror and this space where I can put my elbows down.
Right. That sounds wonderful.
Yeah.
Now I think you were also telling me that you were going to get stuff that was put more at your eye level.
Yeah, that would consist of switches and mostly that.
Wow. Now tell me about the walk-in shower a little bit too. So do you have a bench in there, or what is it going to be?
I already possess a tub bench that I've been using all this time.
Right.
And I think I'm just going to continue to use that.
Yeah.
And that should fit in the shower.
Okay. Yeah, I would think so.
It's got a back and it's wide enough and it's got depth.
If it fits in your tub, it's going to fit in that shower.
Yeah,
I would think.
Yeah.
That sounds really, really nice.
Doesn't it?
So when you get all that done, will you need to go upstairs at all anymore?
Not really. The physical therapist thinks I might want to go a few steps and come down just to work out the leg.
Okay.
But I have to assess the level of danger. And so, but actually, no. My old room is going to become a guest room.
That'll make your life easier, and you'll be able to use your energy for things that you want to do instead of just doing necessities.
Absolutely, Pam. And there will be an introduction of a power wheelchair, which I was not crazy about, but I see why my neurologist has insisted for energy.
Yeah.
Just even, I'm not good with measurements, but just going across the house over carpets and such, it wears me out. Totally.
Oh, I know. I can imagine. Well, you don't need that. So tell me about the timeline, because you were saying the weather's terrible today. Yeah, you weren't planning on starting right away, though.
No, not till possibly April.
Okay, so we can hope the ground will thaw and that kind of thing, because it's going to be what, on a concrete pad, or is he going to put a crawl
It's
space on?
actually most likely going to be concrete.
Yeah,
David had gone back and forth on a few ideas, but I have a feeling it's going to be concrete.
okay. I guess we should take a moment to mention that David is able to do all this work himself.
Not all of it. We have contractors, we have the cement people, we have
Okay.
the plumber, we have the electrician, and those are the main guys, main players.
Okay.
And
So-
David's gonna come in with the framing
Right.
and maybe get some help there, framing
Mhm.
the rooms out. He's the master contractor here.
Yeah, he's good.
They're
He
gonna
does
all
good work,
under
so
him, yeah.
you couldn't ask for someone better.
No.
The other thing that was cool that you were telling me about was when this is all pretty much ready to do the finishing touches, you've got friends coming. And tell me what they're going to do.
Oh yes. Okay. Now my friends have already booked a B&B, which is about 10 miles from here.
Okay.
Leave it to them to find the most accessible place.
And this is what, September, right?
We're talking Labor Day weekend.
Okay.
So there's about, right now, I've counted 6 people.
Wow.
There might be another one, not sure yet. And a few of them are part of the Wells paint crew. They used to paint at Wells. And so
The college you went to. Yeah.
the college I went to, and they're the ones who are going to be the main painters.
I just think that is so cool. They just wanted to do that. You didn't ask. They just wanted to.
No, and what's even more amazing is they come from a distance.
Yeah.
They come.
Yeah, you said they were spread all over.
All
different
over.
Places.
One woman, Alaska.
Wow.
And
My goodness.
another woman, North Carolina.
Uh-huh.
Third person, Vermont.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's neat.
Yes.
You are very blessed to have such good friends. You know that.
I'm very humbled. I'm so humbled. I mean, they just made up their minds that this is the way it was going to be, and far be it from me to make them change their minds.
Well, in addition to all the work they're going to do, you guys are going to have fun.
I think what's happening, this is turning out to be one of my classmates passed away recently, so it's turning into a memorial, into a reunion, and a paint job, all in one.
All in one. And they'll be around for what, 3 days?
Yeah, probably 3 days.
That's nice.
Yeah, they're going to work there, according to them, their butts off.
I have no doubt of that.
So I'm looking forward to it, not just to see my friends, but to beginning this whole thing.
Yeah.
And part of it is already sort of begun in that the plumber is coming next week and he's putting in all the hookups.
Good.
And we already have a new water heater, so he's going to install that, you know, sort of get a sense of the project. And David is going to work his way through the concrete wall, get to the other side. So it's essentially begun.
Well, that's great. So you can get started before the ground is cleared of snow, and that's a good thing because I think
Yeah,
you're going to have a snowy winter from what I'm seeing.
yeah.
So tell me about that, the difference, the way the house is going to look now. You're not going to have that back window out into the yard anymore to look out of?
Actually, it's another addition, just like the porch
Okay.
on one side, but a little bigger.
Oh,
Uh,
okay.
it's gonna stay true to the house. It's gonna have the same sort of lines, the same standing seam roof on the back,
Okay.
and stucco outside.
Uh-huh.
So a couple of my friends who are pleading that they can't paint already have another job that is stucco.
Oh my goodness.
Little do they know how
Oh,
hard
I
that is.
can't imagine. That doesn't strike me as easy work.
No.
And
And
the whole thing then will be finished for you to move in by what, mid-September?
we're hoping to have it all closed in by the winter again, by the fall.
Yeah, right.
I sort of have my doubts only because I know the details involved. But
Mhm.
David thinks as long as we get the outer shell done and the insulation done, well, our living room now has one large window in it, and that window is going to be taken away
Right.
and a sliding French door put in there.
Oh, that actually sounds very nice.
Yeah, so that's going to be the entrance into the new
Yeah,
addition.
I like that. Well, one thing I think we probably wanted to talk about though is that, so let's say someone's listening to this and says, oh yeah, I think I should do this at my house. There's a lot of planning that you guys went through. I know, because we were talking about this over the last few months, and I know you guys are, tell me kind of how that goes. What was involved?
Well, first of all, of course, one has to think of the funding sources and how to fund this thing. And we went through some federal programs, which we didn't really qualify for.
Okay.
So then we ultimately came down to the decision that it would be private fundraising.
Okay.
So David has some generous clients, and he wrote letters and he got some money that way. And I did a GoFundMe for my own classmates and friends, and got some money that way.
Okay, good. But you
So
feel like you have enough then?
we're going to get a little more, and that namely from David's aunt, who will come in at the end. Because ideally, our goal was between 50 and 60.
Okay.
So at the moment, we're not even at 50.
Right. But you certainly have enough to get started in quite a ways down the road.
Absolutely.
I mean, the fundraising can continue. The work doesn't have to wait until all the funds are
right
in place. That's really good. Then as far as like mapping it out, the plan and all that, I'm sure David has the background and experience for how a person does that. Plus you could tell him what you needed as far as space for this and, how you needed it laid out, right?
Right. He has asked me things and he has drawn things for the board, the county board. So one also has to get permits.
Yeah, that's right.
We got one from the county of Maryland, and we got one for the area. I don't know what you call that exactly, but you need 2 permits.
Okay.
And the last one, David handed the guy some material, but he was probably told that he needed to go into more detail.
Okay.
He had to make it so that if the guy came in, he could build it.
Oh, I see. Okay.
Yeah.
all the specs have to be really detailed.
All the specs, the
Yeah,
lumber, how
I
much.
got it. Yep.
Yeah.
Well, okay. Well, I hadn't thought about that, the permit thing, but that's huge. But one
Yep.
thing I did think about was this probably will make a difference in your taxes, right? You're probably going to end up with a little more taxes.
I think so, but
Okay.
I'm not quite sure exactly how this works, and we can write this off. But in
Okay.
terms of taxes, probably a little bit, yes.
Yeah. Hopefully not too much, but
But it's an exterior structure. It's not part of the house.
I know, but you've added a bathroom and that usually will, increase.
Yeah.
It's certainly, I mean, on the other end and on the positive side, I think it adds to the resale value of your house if you guys ever decide you want to move, because now
Right.
you have a downstairs bedroom and a bathroom
Right.
that's wheelchair accessible. And nowadays, I hate to say, but more and more people are going to be looking for that. Yeah. But that's all good stuff, Mona.
Yeah, I'm excited.
I'm excited for you.
So,
Well, what I love about this is it's going to increase your independence. Right now you're still very independent as far as I'm concerned, but you do need people to do things. And with this addition, you're going to have a lot more ability to just do stuff, not just to do it, but to do it when you feel like doing it and not having to wait.
Exactly.
That's great.
I
Yeah, that is one of the most important things for us, I think, as we start to lose our independence, that we do things to put that day off as far as possible.
Yeah. Except it's really sad when you reach a point like I have now, where that little bit of reserve that I always had is diminishing.
Yeah.
For example, standing. It's difficult now. It's sort of at my own peril. And the new edition will eliminate so much of that.
I know. Your energy is going to be spent in better ways than just getting, the basic necessities done of getting dressed and brushing your teeth and all stuff. People don't realize how much energy it takes to do those things.
No, it's hard to explain to people what that means.
Well, let's hope that most people never have to find out. I wouldn't wish that on people, and but I think that we still have a long ways to go before people really understand what it means to have a disability, and they don't make you into more of an invalid than you are. I know I have that problem with folks. Sometimes they're just a little bit too solicitous and they don't want me doing things that I better keep doing them or I'm going to lose the ability to do it.
Exactly. You do end up in a place where you realize what is smart to do and what's not.
Right. I think that's what's important, right? We can't afford to just waste our energy on meaningless things that don't really need to be done, don't really matter. I can't wait till I can come back and see it. It's probably going to be all done before I get back there. So you'll get to give me the grand tour when I'm back.
Oh, as it goes along, I'm going to post and try to chart this out.
Oh, that's good. Okay, good.
People, especially people giving us money.
Yeah. Well, they're going to want to see that you're really using the money. Just taking a trip to Tahiti or something. Although right about now, that sounds good.
Yeah. No, I'm truly fortunate and excited that this could happen for me.
Yeah, I'm excited for you, Mona.
I am too. I never had that many friends who were willing to come and do this.
Your friends just love you. And in your memoir, when you talked about how they got you down to North Carolina for the reunion and everything that they did for you, they enjoyed it. They wanted you there. It was not a burden. It was not a hardship for them. They would have missed you if you hadn't come.
They must have enjoyed it enough to come back here.
Yeah.
And also, I know they missed me, but I think they also knew in their heart of hearts it would be hard for me to come back.
Yeah, I think you're right.
Yeah.
But I also think it's something you can always remember when you feel kind of low, like what's my life even worth? What am I doing? You know, those are the kinds of things. You think about how much people love you, how much they're willing to go out of their way, come all the way from across the country, you know, to paint, you know, not just to have cocktails and enjoy themselves. They're going to work.
Yes, they already said that.
Those are true friends, Mona.
Now I have to find a color for the bathroom.
Okay. You haven't picked your colors yet, huh?
Now I have my room. It's agreeable gray.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I've seen that color. It's pretty nice.
Now I just need something to complement something.
Yeah. Well, you have a little time to think about that. And you can change your mind on those. You know, they're not as dire as some of the other things. So
David just laughs. He's like, that is the last thing we're gonna do. Don't worry.
yeah, but you know what? It helps you when you can think of the color. It gives you the vision, right? It's part of the vision of what it's going to look like, what it's going to feel like.
Absolutely.
So I totally get it. Okay, well, I think we've talked this one through for now. We'll just like maybe do another one when you are partway through it or whenever you think it's a good time to do a progress update or whatever. That would be kind of fun, I think, to show some outside shots. Maybe David could help us do that, take a few pictures and things.
Yeah, at the moment, nobody's going anywhere.
No, I don't. I wouldn't.